My grandparents came from nothing. Dean and Francis didn't just build this company. They didn't just provide us all these opportunities. They built a name we're all proud of, a legacy so many of us are a part of, and impacted the trajectory of this whole community.
And I didn't want to look back at 65 and say, I wish I'd done that. I'm not going to take that chance.
I was afraid. We'd never had a business before. And I trusted him, though. He was always a hard worker, and I trusted his decisions. But I had no training of any of this.
We had to save $5,000. But I told Francis, this is yours to take care of this family for the first year. I'll take care of the construction, you take care of this family financially with that $5,000. And she did.
It was hard to do everything on $5,000, but Dean has always been so good with money that he taught me a lot, because I never had any money growing up.
She was a full-time mom. She took care of the kids. She worked in our classroom. She read to us. She did all those things. And then at night, she would do the books for the construction business, and she didn't even know how to do books.
Study how to do bookkeeping, because I had never done that before. And but I learned pretty fast. And so I kept books on paper. We didn't have computers. We didn't have cell phones. So we had to do the old-fashioned way. Did that for many years.
She did whatever she needed to make sure our family was successful. But always, it was the kids first, right?
Yeah, as a kid, you wouldn't even know she had a second job.
No.
Yes, I didn't even realize she worked for the company when I was a kid. We were well taken care of.
Well, I learned that I could really depend on him. I didn't have to worry about the future because he took care of all that. I grew up so poor that everything that he did should always seem like it was a big thing to me. Yeah, I was always proud of him.
But the big plus for me was with her, she's the one that kept the books. And without a good set of books, you're doomed. And I figured that out with her help. I figured that out. We had to keep a good set of books. Sometimes I wanted to veer off and pick up a few dollars, but she's the one that had to have the books so right. Sometimes too right. So she's the one that did that.
I never doubted him.
I never thought we'd ever fail. I kept it in my mind all the time, but I never got to the point where I thought I was not going to make it.
We've had a lot of support through the years, so I never doubted my future because we had our kids to help us, and I just never doubted it.
So it was fun from the start. The first year we did 26 jobs, anything from putting a roof on a house to a restaurant. And I had a goal, how much I needed to make the first year, and I doubled it.
And he did everything from making caskets to building castles.
Yep.
So he would do anything.
So there's always a theme in our family that we never say can't. There was always a way to solve a problem. If there was a problem we faced, there was always a solution. And he would work and work, and they would work and work until we found a solution. We faced some pretty tough things as a family. And, there was always this theme of we're not going to give up. We're going to persevere, and we're going to find a solution. There's always a solution. I think we've heard them say that many, many times. Yeah. There's always a solution.
Dean's always said that you better make a plan for your life, otherwise life will make a plan for you, and you may not like what that is.
Dean would have them doing odd jobs, and one time he had the girls cleaning brick for 2 cents a brick.
We knew we had made a bad deal. We negotiated a bad deal with Dad. Mom felt sorry for us.
And I felt sorry for him. She said we could quit. And I tried to get them to quit, but they wouldn't do it. No, Dad said to do this. We're going to do it.
We knew we couldn't because we made the deal with Dad not quit your job until you delivered what you said you were going to deliver. So I think it was about 6.5 days later,
Yeah, big file.
We each got our $10.
Yeah, or $10 with the big file still left.
I think we still have, scars. That was the top negotiator. I think we've been great negotiators the rest of our lives, right?
I think I climbed up in a tree and stayed up there and I wouldn't come back down. I always felt sorry for him and wanted to give him. I wanted to spoil them.
That's the worst trouble we had between ourselves with Lily, over the kids her giving them too much and me not giving them enough.
Yeah.
Of course, of her.
Yeah.
But
It all worked out in the end.
I guess it found a happy lady.
Yeah.
Strength is what I learned from my mom. And I learned how to be a strong person. I learned no matter how bad it is to be honest and truthful. And when you make a mistake, stand up and own it. And what it is to be a good parent. She set that example.
The biggest thing I push is independence. I'll show you how to do something, but I may walk off and not come back for a day or two, and you got to figure it out. And I never did hold her hand. That was a big thing. You can figure it out. Just do it. It's all about your family. At our age now, we really know that more than ever. It's all about our family.
I opened up a business and she taught me everything about payroll and how to run a business. She's the one that taught me how to do that.
My mom taught me how to be the best grandmother ever. All our kids loved Granny and everything she's done, so she's been a role model for how to really be the best grandmother. All the kids would say that.
I mean, whether it's thinking or doing or whatever, his energy level, my entire life has been over the top, where no matter how tired we are, no matter how long we've went, we can always do more and never cut corners. This is how we're going to do it. His perseverance in working and doing the things that we do, whether it's pouring concrete or working cows on the weekends, his energy level and his perseverance to complete the job, where you think you're at your wit's end, where you just cannot go another minute. He does not quit. He will not quit until the job is done. Whether that's in the office working on a plan or on the job at 82, he's giving it all he's got.
Dean, whether he knows this or not, has been a mentor for me. And I've just observed the way that he conducts himself and does business and the business instincts that he has. I don't know a better business person. And I know people with far more education than Dean has, and education in business from, really fancy universities. And I don't know anybody with better instincts for business than Dean. And I don't know anybody with any more integrity and anybody that could be a better example for me in our community to try to be like Dean.
I've been in construction my whole life, and I thought I knew a lot about construction until I came here.
They're irreplaceable. The education, the friendship, the camaraderie, and still to this day.
And Dean is always persnickety. He would review these damn plans, and he'd always find something that he wanted changed or modified. But it was always good. He was looking at cost savings or an easier way to do it to achieve this. But I don't think there was ever one job that I did that he didn't ask for changes on after he reviewed it. And he's still that way today. He's never changed.
Very knowledgeable, hard worker, did a great job of running his jobs, and he always emphasized quality, all the time. His attention to detail and his care for the customer and the person that he's working for is different than anybody else that I ever worked for.
He wants to always know what the vision is. What's the it's like, he never uses this wording, but it's like, what's the 10,000 foot view or the 20,000 foot view or the, 1,000 foot view. But he always wants to know, why are we doing this and what's the vision, what's the plan? And so then you have to share what the next phase is, and then he will come and say, I know you're talking about doing this. Is this part of that plan? And so he just has an unbelievable memory.
We're taking it to this point no matter what. It's going to be finished, done, and done good, right. And that's on every job. I think that's the biggest thing for us.
You know, so I can't say enough for. In fact, a while back, I seen him down at Simon's, and I told Dean thank you for what he taught me. You know, and that's I worked from 77 to he died that thing, 12 years, and then greatly appreciate it because it excelled me to be able to do what I did for the next 20, 30 years. Because without that, I've been clueless.
He cares about everybody more than you can imagine. And goes above and beyond more than what he needs to. I'm probably around you guys more than around my own family. But I really couldn't think of a better group of guys to be around, to be honest with you.
They've always set a very high bar, and they hold high expectations. They always make you strive to be your best, do your best. I would like to keep the business growing and continue it on for my kids to have opportunities like I did here, and that way they can learn the same lessons I did.
One thing they need to get along. Help us talk things through. Do not hold grudges against each other. Work together, and you'll succeed.
And keep going forward. Don't back up.
Thanks, Mom and Dad, for all the support and being you so I can be where I'm at today.
Mom and Dad, thank you for building such an amazing foundation for our family and for our generations to come.
Dean, been great. What time I had working for you, and I love you. Dean, I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I love you too. Never had a day off that I didn't ask for here, and most of the time you don't get those. So, it's been a long run, 20 years.
They've taught me a lot in this company, and they've also taken care of me and my family. Yeah, I appreciate everything that they do for us. Very grateful that I have this job.
As far as my biggest takeaway about Frank Webb Construction over the years I've worked with him, sure, they're going to teach you how to build. That's a given. If you show up to work every day with a good attitude, they're going to teach you how to build. I've heard Dean say that if not once, 100 times. He doesn't hire people on their skills normally, he hires them on their attitude. Stick around long enough and you become part of the community. A mile radius of the company here, and it's hard to not pass something we haven't put our hands on. And it just makes you feel a sense that you belong to something bigger. And more importantly, you belong to a family. You know, Dean, Dino, Francis, Bridget, the whole Webb company and all those involved, the guys that we work with over the years, you just get close and you care about each other, you care about becoming better, not just better at building, just better people. And I can't thank Dean and Dean enough for all they've given me over the years. Just, I'm going to tear up, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it right now.
I want to see this continue on, not just in it 50 years. And that means everything to me. And I know I don't show that a lot, but that's what I'm thinking all the time. We'll go another 100 years instead of 50. That's the plan.
In 50 years, I'll be 82. And I'm proud to say that this is just the beginning chapters of Webb Construction. We come from a strong foundation, and we're better for it.
Want you close to me, close to me, close to me, oh close to me. Want you close to me, close to me, close to me, oh close to me, close to me, close to me. Close to me, oh close to me. Mm-hmm.